Welcome to part 1 of Shipping TV's Look into the Crystal Ball for 2015, the year of the Sulphur Emission Control Area. Shipping industry pundits and forecasters are again delivering widely varying sets of predictions based upon the upcoming changes in emissions control which will impact the shipping industry in January 2015. The new emission control areas affect North America as well as Europe and are shown as red areas on this map. The orange areas show possible future ECAs. The basis of the change will be to force ship operators to reduce sulphur emissions from 1% to 0.1%. In other words, from 1% to 0.1%. If that doesn't look like much, think again. This change means that ships travelling from the Far East will still be able to use heavy fuel oil for much of their journey, but at the entrance to the English Channel they'll have to switch their engines from dirty HFO, heavy fuel oil, to clean MGO, marine gas oil. Maersk Line reckon that MGO will settle to around $900 a tonne once the new regulations are in force, and that's 50% more expensive than ordinary fuel. Alternatively, ship owners will have to spend large sums of cash fitting their engine exhausts with so-called scrubbers to clean up the sulphur. But these are large items of equipment, taking up a lot of space and costing up to around £4 million per ship to fit. The extra costs which will hit ship owners are impressive. A relatively small container ship of 4,500 TEU steaming from the Channel entrance to Felixstowe or Hamburg will spend around €12,000 more than it spends today each way when using marine gas oil instead of heavy fuel oil. Major shipping lines have already announced Asia-Europe surcharges to be implemented on the 1st of January, with sliding scales depending on how far into an ECA the shipper's cargo is going. Maersk has set it at between $50 and $150 per TEU, MSC at $15 to $130 per TEU, CMA CGM at $40 to $230, and North European feeder and short sea operator Unifeeder, which almost exclusively operates within the emission control area, has said they'll be charging an extra $88 per container. Some forecasters like Mike Garrett, Managing Director of MDS Transmodal, have suggested that the costs will be higher and may force shippers and ocean carriers to consider serious route changes in the longer term. He believes that they might decide to use more Mediterranean and Atlantic coast ports like Marseille and Nantes in France and Bristol and Liverpool in the UK to avoid the ECA and its costs. Meanwhile, other forecasters say some lines might try to ignore the new rule and pay the fine if they get caught. In our German example, the fine is around €2,000. That's just 1/6 of the €12,000 fuel cost saving using HFO instead of MGO. But switching fuel type in mid-ocean isn't just simply a matter of turning one tap off and one tap on. We'll look at other factors in part 2, online soon.